Hey everybody, I've been printing with the Anycubic Mono X resin printer for a while and decided I want to get myself a filament based printer. So what I have here is the Anycubic Vyper. I picked it up on the pre-order and I figured let's see if this is a good first filament printer for new users, being me. I don't have any experience with filament-based printers before, so I figured we'd get this open together, see what my experience is, and I'll give you some thoughts and feedback on it. The whole thing is in a bag, interestingly enough. Okay. Alright, let me figure out how to get this out. Oh yeah, this was like this, in a bag. Took this guy off, put it over here. Power cord, instructions. Looks like a little scraper, USB cable, some tools and things, some screws and bolts. This looks like the arm. I've heard some people say that's a little wobbly, but it seems pretty sturdy. This would appear to be the touch screen. It's funny, it's like a little cell phone. And this is something. Oh, part of the spool. And that, I think, is it for this level. Alrighty, so if you do that, then you can take this out. Okay. And then what? So you can see this is attached, which is fine. So we'll grab some of our tools. In our bag, we've got a USB cable. It looks like just a little bit of PLA. I bought a box just in case. Looks like a USB and a couple of set screws of some kind. Or no, are those hot ends? Yeah, those must be little tips. Item passed. Thank you. Scraper. Some kind of little disc. Some zip ties. And here's what we're going to need. Down at the bottom of all this, what we're going to really need right now is those bolts. Alrighty. Now that's caught on that side. Let me just, I can see that I'm not lined up over here. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's mating nicely and spinning together quite nicely. That's really good. Okay, so I might as well throw the other bolt in here, but I'm not gonna tighten these down too much just yet. But they are going in really nicely. So let me I'm just going to put those in just enough. This has nice rubber feet on it, which is nice. I did not really tighten those up much at all. I'll just put a little bit of, I guess I can take this out now. Okay, I'm going to carefully move this around. To the other side. And repeat the process over here. if you just hang this off the edge just a little, you can sort of feel the feet there. You can get to both of those. So let's get this, and then I mean, it mates up quite nicely. This side, am I on something? Let me see. No. So, those. And just in case, really quick, grab a level first. So my table level, of course it is my printer level. Let's find out. That does not look level, but that's definitely not level. Is this level? That is not. So what I'm doing is, oh, you can't see that. What I'm doing is this only goes one way. This just plugs in here and then attaches. Interesting, there's a little port thing under there. Well, I'll do the screws first. That is very snug. Next, they want us to do this. This guy is just keyed, goes into the back here and sort of locks in. And then this appears to just slide on like this. Or click on. Teflon tubing to the extruder, fasten with cable head with Teflon, and then wiring, connect all the wires. Okay? There's some packing material under here, and on this side as well. This obviously needs to get plugged in, so this has got a really heavy zip tie on it. I'll have to carefully cut that, so I'm going to grab a cutter. A whole set of Allens here. You've got little snips, which are quite nice. Oh, they even have a little lock on them. And to give you a couple of wrenches and a little tool in the test tube, which I assume is for like getting stuff out of the nozzle. And all of that sits in this nice little sort of foam tray, which is right here in the drawer. So yeah, they give you the they definitely give you the tools you need. Now why is that? Must have a piece of foam in here or something. I want to go around and pull all this packing material out and connect up all these wires. There's wires that go here and here. Now fortunately they're all keyed and they're all different sizes, so you almost cannot mess that up. It goes, this one's small and it only goes one way, clearly it clicks up here. This one's wider, it also only goes one way, that clicks back here. There's one here for your screen. There's a couple other wires back here similar to the other side that go here, and then there's some other wires up here to connect all this up. So I'm just going to run around, plug all that in. Okay, this was bothering me, so I had to fix it, and I want to show you how I did it. So these magnets in the back of the drawer, for me, were the wrong direction. So the two magnets were sort of pushing each other away instead of pulling each other together. Now, how you get these things out of here? Not particularly easy. You may devise a better plan. I just took a very thin, pointy nail, and there's a little edge here, and I just sort of hammered it in into this hole until it pushed up. There it is. Then you just flip these over. They're still magnetic, but they're just flipped the other direction. So anyway, that solves my little drawer problem. I'll put my tools back here. There's a little hole, 220 or 115. You just use a screwdriver and kick it over. They ship it as 220. All right, I think we're ready to plug this in. Back here, it says to zip tie this to this, or vice versa. Zip tie this to this. I'm inclined to just leave these two things separate right now. I don't know why you would put any sort of tension on this tube that feeds. Oh, under here, not only is there a couple of blocks of foam, there's also a big and very beefy zip tie holding this whole platform together. You need to make sure you cut that, of course. This is some inexpensive stuff, but you know, I'm learning and I didn't want to buy anything too crazy while I'm learning. I'll just clip this nice and flat. Leveling, auto leveling. Probing will start. Alright, we're auto leveling. Let's see. I mean, that really only took a few minutes. Done. We definitely have plenty of filament oozing out of here. So, let's put our SD card in. Go to print. I'm going to just run this upstairs and see if there's any kind of G-code on here. They do give you a nice little reader. I'm going to go see if there's anything on here. There is if you go to print menu, there is this Files English Vyper folder. You can't actually go into it, but in that Files English Vyper, it's weird, you can't enter these, you can only click these, you can't do submenus. What you print has to be out at the root, so if you actually plug this SD card into your computer, you'll see a folder called Files English Vyper. You copy Owl G-code out to the root. You can click that and click print. Here's the test owl. Took about an hour and 20 minutes to print, and the bed temp and the nozzle temp I figured to take about 2 minutes to get up to operating temperature, so gonna wait till the bed cools off just a little bit more and then
See how easily this pops off of this nice surface.
Alright, I just let this come down to its temp. It really only took a couple minutes. Now let's just see how easy this guy comes off. This magnet's pretty strong. And give it a little bend. Poof. That was easy. I'm using D-Tech white, and I didn't modify anything. This is straight off the SD card. Man, I'm pretty impressed. And the white is a nice crisp white also, this D-Tech white. I didn't use the PLA that came with it, but I did use the default PLA settings for like heat and of course whatever the model was set up with, but really smooth. I see a little tiny string, right? You might not even be able to see that, but there's a tiny piece of string right there, but like a toothbrush or something, or just my hand would get that, but in here it came out really good. So that's it. That's a total noob experience with filament printing, and so far I like it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on resin printing versus filament printing in a different video, but for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.